Well, hello and welcome back again, live from Potter's Resort, Hopton-on-Sea, in the very sunny United Kingdom. And to all of you around the world, your next match coming up is singles. It's Stuart Anderson against Daniel Salmon. And your order of play for later on this evening will be Simon Skelton against Colin Bax. These are all first round singles matches. And the match officials, we have Francis Fletcher as the marker, and the umpire will be Mike Davis. Well, you know, Stuart Anderson, world #1, and he's of course the reigning world indoor champion, playing against Daniel Salmon. He's a full Welsh international player. He's also won the Commonwealth Games gold back in 2018. That'll be quite a good game because Daniel is really looking forward to it. Stuart obviously looking to defend his crown, so we'll probably have just as good a match as you'll see yet again. And of course, talking of matches, those of you that watched the pairs earlier on, just seen Harlow and Brett win the World Indoor Pairs. And what a win over Foster and Marshall, who have won it 3 times before this, were the defending champions. Harlow and Brett, you've got to say, Nick Brett, never seen him play like that for a while now, always on the ball. It was just superb. The crowd in here were on their feet. And currently, they've all rushed out to go and grab a cup of tea. You know, it's been really, really good. And what can I say? Foster and Marshall will, of course, be very disappointed. But Harlow and Brett, no doubt, they'll be celebrating in style. However, back to the match you've got coming up. Like I said, Stuart Anderson, world #1, reigning world indoor champion. And Daniel Salmon. So what we're going to do is go down to the rink now.
First round match, ladies and gentlemen. The first of our players is a current Commonwealth Games gold medalist and a prolific winner in national titles and is a Welsh international. Please welcome out Daniel Salmon. His opponent this afternoon has 4 World Bowls Tour titles to his name, is the current holder of the World Singles title. Please give a big warm welcome to the world #1, Stuart Anderson.
Thank you, Rishi. I'm beetling up the stairs like a youngster, like a young Bambi. I really am. You even mentioned that, Rob.
Back length 28 and a half metres on that day, to be fair.
Moving better this year than last year, that's all. Daniel Salmon, a very quick player. But he's a very talented player. When you look at this draw, Rob, you're sort of saying, this isn't the easiest draw for Stuart Anderson.
Tie the round without a shadow. I mean, Stuart obviously defending champion, but Dan Salmon, an absolute quality act on the green. Commonwealth gold, last games in the pairs, leading up. Lost in the final of the pairs here a few years ago as well. be a really tough opener for Stewart.
Exactly the start you want. Good close balls. Oh, well played. Jeremy, 4 excellent balls.
I think it's just a 1. It's closer to second.
Daniel was here last week with Damien Doubler in the pairs, lost out to Michael Stepney and Simon Skelton 2-1 on a tie break. So he's already had the opportunity to play.
Oh, that's a great offer again. What a ball. That's a ball.
I'll indicate that. I think they're both touching.
Oh, the jack must have been right tight against the red
One
ball
green.
to do that.
That's a pretty decent head to start with.
Absolutely. He's got a chance here if he drops his own ball down to make an extra shot out of it. Left-hander, of course, we have to remember that. Well, that's actually not a bad ball.
Yeah. He's finished well.
Lots of value if the jack gets moved. Played over it.
1 shot, Daniel Salmon.
Zero one, first end.
It's going to be difficult, this match, in many ways, because after a final, it's always hard. The crowd need a break. That final went on for nearly 3 hours, and they need to go out and stretch their legs a bit. And I think that, you know, in the next sort of 15-20 minutes, someone will start
27.5
metres
metres.
and that's going to be quite disturbing as well.
Yeah, it's never the easiest session to go on straight after a final, because obviously you've still got the players on the green, pressure on the green with the winners, and you're playing your trial ends at the same time, so it's sort of hard to settle in a little bit occasionally, but these two obviously didn't have any issues.
Well, certainly not after that first end, and again a good start here.
Dan's played on the rink quite a few times now. He's been a regular qualifier for the last few years here, both pairs and singles.
Yes, at 25 years of age, it's a very healthy record to have. Sometimes thinking he sort of needs a bit of a break along with Damien Doubler, because he's a very talented young player as well, and they would be exciting together. but just couldn't get over the seeded players. Not missing out by much. 2-1 the tie break. It's as close as you get. And this is what Stewart does well.
2 red.
If he runs a touch, oh, this is a great shot from Dan.
Oh, look at that. Goodness me. Oh, that's brilliant.
1 green.
Terrific ball. Good effort again. Had to stay away from his forehand. Didn't want to move the jack.
One shot,
Can't argue about the
Salmon.
quality.
Set score 0-2 after 2 ends. Track length 27.5 metres.
Hasn't pushed it again. He's annoyed with himself with the first one, but you can always improve on it, and he hasn't done so.
Two red.
Certainly on a better line. Still needs to run a touch.
Well, he's played a couple of brilliant bowls the first 2 ends, but this end, 3 short ones,
It's
2 against.
13, 14 inches.
See what will step on this. Put another good one in. Pretty good.
It's number 3. The difficulty now is, Rob, the overcorrection problem.
Yeah, he's finished just
red.
in front as well, so going to be almost swapping hands, I think.
Well, if he doesn't, the forehand just holds off. When in his case, the backhand, because he's left-handed, so he can take a different line to it. Always hard to get back though whenever you put an extra bit of weight on. Yeah, that's the problem. Not much on it. He was only half a yard through, but it's enough. Definite 2 and a look for 3.
Two red.
A little bit of a let off there.
Well, if it's only 2, it is.
Two. 2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
Set score 2-2 after 3 ends. Jack length 27.5 metres.
He's been he is absolutely relentless.
Oh, he can be. I mean, last year was just fantastic through both tournaments. And Stuart finds his draw. He's probably one of the best draw players on the tour.
Daniel's having to play well. No doubt about that. 2-all. He's played some great stuff already. These balls are really pulling back. Good effort. Just going to make the gap.
1 red.
Yeah. A little bit unlucky.
The short bowl is 14 inches short of Jack high.
Let's to his own and drops. He's going to be close.
It's another one. So watch how quick Daniel Salmon is as well. You know, the ball's barely down and he's on the mat. 4 seconds later, the ball's gone. Very, very quick player. Commonwealth Games, he was sort of got the nickname Speedy.
2 red.
Stuart might have serious thoughts here about playing cover.
Yeah, probably just drawing top side of the back green. You can. I think Dan should be tempted to this.
He didn't look too heavy. I think he realised that he was maybe on the wrong line, but you know, it's okay. I think Daniel should be really pushing into this because the respot's good for him. Oh, that was the one he didn't want to get. His own. Still just the 2 though.
2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
Set score 4-2 after 4 ends. Track length 26.5 metres.
Well, first loose ball, first loose ball, I think would be the best way to describe it.
Yeah, you probably won't see many of those from Stuart today. His first bowl is normally very good. Decent adjustment from down here. Draws the winner.
There's an international lead, of course, and when you're used to drawing to the jack all the time, makes him a very dangerous player, but he has to win this battle against Stuart with the first 2 balls. Start to force Stuart into playing weight shots. Not that he'll miss many, he normally doesn't.
1 green.
Just ask a few questions, that's all.
goal from Stewart. Might have been a touch unlucky.
I still think it's 1 to green, but he's never far away.
On green.
Glass trophy, and it's always difficult when you're a defending champion to come in and try and win it again. It's a lot of pressure on you, and of course the first hurdle is often the one that you really worry about.
Yeah, definitely, especially playing someone like Dan, quality player, but
One shot, Daniel Salmon.
Stewart knows he has to play well to get over the line in this game, so that can always help.
Set score 4-3 after 5 ends. Jack length 27.5 metres.
One red. 3.5 inches. Daniel's bowl. 5 inches past Jack high.
Still very difficult for the players to get the atmosphere going after the final. It's very, very difficult, especially after a fantastic final on the pairs. Hard for them. But just have to get on with it. I still remember playing matches back in the old Guild Hall at 12:30 in the evening. Well, 12:30 in the morning, as it turned out.
Like the old days in the qualifiers.
Yep, two men on the dog, and one of them was there to lock up. You know, it was incredible. You just had to get on with it. Start popping another one in.
2 red.
Getting through those first rounds is always difficult.
Might be tempted here. Could get all 3 red.
He's certainly playing for it.
Needs to hold a touch.
Oh, what a result as well. Oh, dear me. He caught the back end of the ball when he was going away from it on the inside, but looked like he was missing a target, and then he got the most amazing result.
2 green.
Same for Stewart now. Red ball solid. I'll give him a decent score.
Yes, 2/3 shots, so he can certainly afford to play this. Be very unlucky to take his own ball out anyway.
Got the deepest one as well.
As you were saying, now was it stayed in or not? That's a toucher. If it stayed in the confines, it's worked out really well for him.
3 shots, Stuart Anderson.
It has. 3 shots, big turnover.
Set score 7-3 after 6 ends.
It was bang on target, Rob, but it was all to do with the result he was going to get.
Yeah, red bowl solid was always going to make, say, a nice count for Stuart, and he played it to absolute perfection.
And it just stayed in because if it had moved another 5 or 6 inches, he was losing a single on the respot. So instead of 4 all, 7-3. Big difference. There's only 3 ends to go.
Check length 27.5 metres.
So at that point now, Dan's almost thinking he needs to win all the remaining ends to get something out of this set.
A confident player in this salmon. He just gets on with it.
Dan needs to step in here. Stuart's given him a little bit of room. Looks pretty good. But all good for him.
Just the one, yes.
Just drifting around a little bit over the pace. Stuart might be tempted to run the ball off just with a little bit.
I don't know.
And there's a danger if he gets the jack. I appreciate that, and it is only 1.
I think he might even be looking at covering, to be honest. I know it's risky for Dan, but Dan could run the jack for a 4.
True, absolutely. It's if he wants to win the set in this end effectively, he plays the ball. If he doesn't, and he's happy enough to lose 1, he goes deep, or just tries a very careful draw.
I think he'll try and draw it, but make sure. Well, it's got a risky shot for Dan to play it, but
oh, he's very close for this. Didn't make it past. Gotta go for it.
How brave you feeling? Well, it's one of those, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you draw another, it's
2.
2 down with 2 to play.
But it's not easy. David Gurley. Not a little
Timeout
bit of ear
Daniel has
jewelry
4
there.
timeouts remaining.
Obviously doesn't get enough food here. He's munching on some chocolate.
He's munching on something. He can afford to, he's a fit guy. The little earbuds in, I have those as well. I'm very technically up to speed, you know.
I think he's playing it.
Yes, he is. Risky.
Under.
Oh, that's okay. No damage done.
1 shot, Daniel Salmon.
Didn't fancy himself to be able to draw another one.
Set
3
score
behind, 2
7-4
to go.
after 7 ends.
He's more or less he's probably tuned in to find out just how his shares are doing. If people think I'm joking, I'm not.
Track length 27.5 metres.
Well, Daniel gets a different line because he's left-handed coming this direction. Ball's just coming in now.
The last ball is 22 inches short of jack high. Slightly favourite last bowl.
Still plenty of room for Dan here. It's a slight adjustment.
Better this time. Made the correction, line and weight. Good Anderson just a little bit loose in this end. He only really needs one good ball.
Might even force Stewart into a runner down the 4.
Yeah, just the one.
It's down to choices, you know, with 1 down, puts there's still the pressure still on to make it happen, but going for the runner. Oh, it's just straightening up there. You can almost see it kicking out, and there's always that danger of the runner when you're 1 down. You're thinking, well, you know, if I just draw this and close it down, the worst I'm going to be is 2 up into the last end.
It's not an easy draw for Dan now either.
Yeah, has to be careful.
Yep.
He's trying his best and needs to run though. Oh dear. Well, I don't think there's any reason. I think there's 2 seconds in there. He really should have a go at this again. Gets it right and gets it onto the respot. He wins the set this end.
Yeah, I can't see many bad connections. Front green's possibly the worst, the one on the inside.
Still holding off. Yeah. I think that one will surprise him because
One
that one
shot,
certainly
Daniel
looked
Salmon.
narrower. Set continues.
Set score 7-5 after 8 ends.
Yeah, as I say, the crowd did
Jack length
loosen
28
up
metres.
completely, really. There's some people have come back in again after the pairs final, knowing that this is going to be a good game. A lot of people at home probably watching as well. Daniel Salmon, I'm sure he's got family and friends, and I'm sure Damien, his pairs partners, having a wee look in as well. As I said, Damien's a good player, but he keeps saying to him he needs to get to the second week. He needs to get to the time the TV arrives. That's all.
Starts to make things hard. As soon as you make sure you're up.
I think that's the key to it. You're always making sure you're reaching the head. When you're looking for 2 or 3 shots, you have to be
just
behind.
over half an inch.
Somebody's got a front toucher, and that makes it very hard to get a connection.
Certainly better, but just
unlucky. Yeah, needed to loosen it up just a little bit more.
Two red.
almost impossible shot, really.
Yes, it is a tricky one to get to. You almost think he has to punch into the shot bowl and spin back onto the jack to stretch it through. Stewart's still got another bowl to recover it, but I think he has to play it. It's on his forehand. Well, he's going much heavier, looking for the two bowls, red as well. Oh, he's got one, but the jack didn't move.
One
Good
shot,
effort.
first set, Stuart Anderson.
He certainly give it a good go. I think Stuart will be quite happy. You know, 8-5, he's been tested in that first set, no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely. He found his first bowl pretty good. The big telling point in that set was Dan obviously had the 2 on. Stuart's played the runner of perfection, hit and picked up a good 3 up. That was the big turning point in the set, really.
Yes, and of course the jack just stayed in. If it had gone, say, a few inches more, Daniel would have got the shot that end, and that would have made a massive difference.
Jack length 24.5 metres.
7-3, 4 behind, he'd have been level at 4-all. Well, second set after winning the first, you always just want to keep it nice and tight.
1 red.
Don't want to relax at all. That's a good from your jack.
I think it could be 2.
Stewart's known to go quite early. He might be tempted here. Down the back. Look for the pair.
Not an easy shot by any means. Close to the front ball. There the two of them go, and he gets a shot out of it. He played it so well with that timing weight. He plays that. He doesn't go big.
1 red.
He just plays a really controlled drive shot. So accurate.
Yeah, you don't miss many.
He's going to come off that well enough. No, it was never really getting back off that high line. He had to be inside that. After playing a couple of really good bowls, he's now looking like he might lose a double.
Yeah, you expect Stewart to make this one.
Well, it's dropped in.
2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
Two 0 first end.
It's a long way to go. Daniel Salmon just has to win the second set by 1 shot, but he is against the defending champion.
Length 27.5 metres.
Thing is, Rob, you don't need to be on the jack every single bowl. You know, that's a really, really good start. Anything within a foot or so just behind the jack always offers opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you are missing, you want to be just through, ideally. So Dan's just dropping a few short bowls in with his first ones, the last few ends. Unfortunately, against a player like Stewart, he generally does that to you.
Yes, pops the second one in, makes it hurt. Well, the short bowl, you overcorrect with one that's
2 red.
nearly always at least 3 or 4 feet beyond where you want to be. Stewart pops another one in.
Three red.
No target. He's going at it anyway. Well, I was going to say he took one away, but actually he didn't. Just plowed into his own balls, and he's really in deep trouble here.
Yeah, Stewart will probably try and get the spot and counter, I'd have thought. Just give himself a chance.
3 red.
Down the backhand side.
Stuart Anderson just looking to add another shot here. If he gets in front of the jack, it's a real bonus, but he doesn't want to leave it to the side. Daniel Salmon can plow into it.
4 red.
But he might as well go for it.
I think he will be.
Jack, well, now who's on the respot? Well, he's pushed his own ball away a little bit, but he certainly helped. It looks like it might be 1 to green.
Yeah, Stewart
One
signal
shot,
green.
Daniel Salmon.
Great shot.
Oh, that was a big turnaround. That was massive. Good ball. Really good ball.
Set score 2-1 after 2 ends.
Well, can't argue about the fact he was lucky or anything else. He wasn't. He was bang on target. We'll be leaving BBC Two very shortly, but this match continues on the red button. It's there now if you want to pop across, and it'll be on BBC iPlayer, BBC Sport app, and the BBC website, so you don't miss any of it. But we've still got a few minutes left.
Track length 25 metres.
Pleasure.
We'll be looking for the correction here from Stuart Anderson, just a little bit wider. Not getting back in time. Over the weight, but a useful ball all the same. Daniel, time to start banging a couple in here to take the pressure off. That's good.
A lot better.
Let's measure for a second. I slightly favourites 2.
Well, welcome to our viewers on all BBC platforms, and there are many. And we're glad to have you for this match. Stuart Anderson, 8-5 The first set, defending champion Daniel Salmon, a qualifier from Wales. And
1 green.
2-1 in the second set. Daniel Salmon played a big ball the last end, 4 against him, and managed to hit the head, and the jack went on the respot and he got a single. So he's still in this and playing well. Drawing shots.
1 shot, Stuart Anderson.
Set score 3-1 after 3 ends.
He's not missing much, Stuart, at the moment. Playing well, doing what he needs to do, and just needs to tighten up a little bit more with this first bowl. He's certainly in this match.
Yes, he's keeping it very professional, isn't he? He's getting on with it. There's not a lot of flash play. It's not a lot of erratic play. It's been good, steady stuff with good shot play. The odd running ball, but sensible. It's no more than what you would expect from a player like Stuart Anderson and Daniel Salmon as well, because Daniel Salmon, as I say, he's played the Commonwealth Games, he's got a gold medal there, he knows exactly what international bowls is all about. He's been to a variety of television events, and he's played in this rink a lot. It was always going to be a tough draw for any of the top seeds. Makes the correction.
1 red.
He's not leaving much room out there at the moment for Dan. I assume you just make sure you're up, you just never get back off that line as well.
And he's left-handed, so he's playing across the line a little bit.
3 inches past. 10 inches.
He's got a good drive. Really proven that.
We'll be seeing it again here.
More than likely go again with his last ball. Stuart has to decide which respot to go for.
Well, looks like he's just drawn in again. Put the pressure on. Just slipping the green, trying to get the tee. Dan's got a chance of both bowls if he gets the top of the red.
Oh, he's missed it. He knew out of the hand that that was going wide.
2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
Just sliding away. He's been forced into playing the weight shot.
Set score 5-1 after 4 ends. Jack length 27.5 metres.
He's been doing this the whole match, hasn't he? You know, if he misses with the first, he makes that correction, and if he's in with the first, he just repeats it again.
Yeah, that's what any top player looks to do. I'd say Stewart's been doing it all game so far. You think he misses one and you got a chance, and his next ball's on top. Better two openers from down here.
More like it.
Yes, favour 2.
Well, Daniel, this is a chance now. If you can pop another one in, although I think Stewart will probably have a go at it with weight.
Best thing to do is get another one in there. Adds a bit of pressure.
Well, not sure about that. It spreads things a little bit, I suppose. But the two balls go out. Potentially two to red. Jack goes through.
Time out called. Stewart has 4 times remaining.
Two-thirds by the looks of it, although the second shot's very close. Well, it's a bit unlucky because he got the target he wanted, the jack, but it hasn't gone off the rink. Had it been off the rink on the respot, he was lying 2 shots, but he just got a slight snick of it.
2 green.
A little nibble, and he's giving Daniel Salmon a chance, a really good chance of 3.
Yeah, well, he'll make this. So puts him right back into the set.
Yes, just playing across the rink. Good weight.
3
Good
shots,
treble.
Daniel Salmon.
That's what he needed. Brings him right back in the set.
Set score 5-4 after 5 ends. Jack length 26.5 metres.
to losing that first ball again, and just watching. After a 3, you really want to get off to a good start.
Yeah, find that first one, put Stuart under a bit of pressure again.
Having a go with this one. Just the wrong side, is it? Nope, he's dropping in. Got the outside of the red ball, but dropped in close to the jack. Good stuff.
It's 5 inches past.
All you can do is ask the questions. So far, Stuart's come up with all the answers.
Well, he's in a match, Stuart. He knows that. You know, this guy is a talented player and a successful player. Say that when the draw came out, we knew Stuart had to play well. That's what he's doing. He knows he can't afford to let up.
One red.
Going wide, just in case Daniel has a go at this. I wouldn't be at all surprised, but it's not the right shot. He really should be just trying to turn this jack around the corner, edge the ball off.
Yes, drawing the shot basically.
Yes, I think he has to, because a little touch in the jack, he could make 2. Not easy, but I don't think he has to give it a go, and he's very close. Oh, has he got the weight? Nope. Oh, good effort though.
One red.
Really good effort. Well, he got that little touch in the way back again. That's very close for 2.
2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
So it is. That wasn't an easy ad.
Set score 7-4 after 6
there
ends.
from Stuart after dropping the multiple the previous end.
Jack length 27.5
This
metres.
has to be a couple of big ends here from Daniel Salmon, because at the moment Stuart just has the edge on the consistency and the experience. So Daniel really needs to get in with the first 2 balls.
Yeah, he knows he's got to win all the remaining ends now to give himself a chance. Just slipping through that. got to make this one count now.
Yep. Bang the next one in. Force Stewart into playing something that he doesn't really want to play. Running balls. Has to be here.
Yeah, hasn't shoved it.
Technical term? Hasn't shoved it?
Yep.
In the glossary of the book?
That's the one.
Okay. Well, it's just made through the gap, but if it drops, it's a shot. Missed it once, didn't miss it the second time.
Doesn't look over positive this time either.
Well, it's finished in a decent place, I suppose, but I don't think Stewart will worry about it. I think he'll just be trying similar bowl to his last. Shot a little bit wider. If it gets back, fine. If it doesn't, he covers the 2 greens.
Pretty good.
Oh, is he going to pick it up? Yeah. Picked it up, crunched it in for a double. Just has to be hit. That's all there is to it. Once again, he's pushed it out wide. Missed a few on that side.
2 shots, Stuart Anderson.
Set score 9-4 after 7 ends.
Just that little bit extra consistency from Stuart Anderson and forcing Daniel Salmon into playing a number of drives. Some he's hit, but he's missed a few in the last few ends, and they've been quite costly.
Yeah, all been multiple counts.
Jack length 25 metres.
Stewart looking to close the match out on this end. Early.
Yeah, can't blame him.
Pretty good.
Got the 2? No, just the 1. Bit unlucky.
1 red.
Daniel needs a 2 here to force the last end of the second set. Back to the draw.
He's in the area. Just under.
Well, it's under, but Stewart knows he needs another bowl in because the red can be removed. At the moment, it's a match lie.
been too much now.
Too red.
Pretty perfect with there.
Yeah, it's good. He'll have to play it on the backhand, his backhand, Daniel, and try and get into the 2 reds.
Possibility of getting the back one as well, but
Yeah, it's a difficult shot. It's there, but it's you have to get very close to the jack to make it work.
he's in the area.
He certainly is. Now, what has he got?
It's unlucky.
And a respot.
One shot,
He might
second
have-
set, and a match to Stuart Anderson.
The respot was one to red at the back by the looks of it. There was a bowl, a red one lurking deep. It was a good effort, I have to say, from Daniel Salmon, but he was just off the pace a little bit the way Stuart Anderson started off. And first set was a decent tussle, but the second set was Stuart Anderson doing what he does so well.
Yeah, he didn't miss much, and if he did have a loose bowl, his next bowl, he corrected all the time. So Stuart deservedly goes through to the next round. And the seeds carry on at the moment.
Absolutely, and the story of the match was very much about Stuart Anderson getting into things, and young Daniel Salmon had his chances, there's no doubt about that. You know, for a young man, he's got a very good CV. He started off well. He was proving that he was an exceptional player with shots like that. People started to think about the potential upset with Stuart Anderson as a defending champion, but it didn't take him that long to get into his stride, and he was off and running. And then when he needed to, the big bowl was there and available. That was a 3 on the first set. That made a massive difference to go 7-3 in front. And he continued on to win the set. 8 shots to 5. Stuart Anderson, well, his drawing ability is exceptional, there's no doubt. And he just kept pouring them in on the jack, end after end after end. And in the final analysis, we'll see from the stats, Stuart Anderson was the more consistent player. Ends 1-10 over 7. Shot scored, but he scored heavily in the 10 ends, that's the thing. Shot scored was double, 18-9. Touchers in his favour. So Stuart Anderson tested a little bit, tested enough to feel that he's coming into form at the right time and feeling confident, and he's through to the next round.
Well, Corky, I'll ask him how confident he feels after that success. Stuart, no opponent is easy in the first round, especially someone who's won a Commonwealth Games gold medal.
Yeah, I always knew it was going to be tough coming into today's game. All I really wanted for myself is to turn up and play the way I can and try and do my best. But yeah, I thought Dan played very well in the first set. I know I got away in the second set quite early, but Dan's a formidable player, and it was a great result for me.
Yeah, it is a great result because there are no easy matches throughout this tournament. But the one thing that we watched you do last year was that you got better as the tournament progressed, and I think you mentioned it a few times last year. So how much better can you play? How much better will you need to play as the tournament goes on?
Yeah, there's no easy games in this competition. It gets harder each round, but I only take my opponent one step at a time, and hopefully I can produce the same ball as I did today.
How did it feel turning up again as champion? You've done it once before. Back in 2013 you won it. Last year you won it. But I think you feel a little bit different, a bit more mature now?
Yeah, I know what to expect now, and it's a massive relief off your shoulders, as you say. But yeah, I'm happy with the performance. And yeah, it's 11 days I've been here now in my first game of singles, so it's been a long wait.
Well, it's good to get that one under the belt, Stuart. Congratulations. Well done to Stuart Anderson. The defending champion is through to the...
Well, there we are. Another cracking match from a cracking day. The world #1 winning his match. So, thank you very much all for watching, and see you back here for 7:30 this evening. And it's cheerio from us. Thank you.